Yo! And welcome back to Semen Retention. To all my brothers on Semen Retention, welcome to the channel if it's your first time. If you're coming back again, thank you for coming back. Wow, what a weekend. What a crazy, crazy weekend. It is Monday here in Melbourne, in Australia. And yeah, if you're just joining me for the first time, I've been practicing semen retention for 13 months now, coming up to 14 months in just under 2 weeks. So very, very interesting times, and it's been a very, very interesting weekend. I personally, as you can probably tell, I'm a musician. I recorded a full album as far as just getting the basic tracks down, a full album of drums, bass and guitar done in one day. I recorded 11 songs with my band in one day. Now, a lot of you probably don't have much experience as far as how long it takes to record albums, but just trust me guys, that's an insanely amount of energy poured within one day. And guess what we did straight after that? After being there from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m, we played a gig from 8:30 till 10:30. So we were playing music together for 12 hours. And who was leading it all? Who was the one holding the ship together and directing everyone and getting us all towards that end goal? It was me, Semen Retention. It was me. I was the one that got us over the line, but I'm not going to, not give them their credit as well. I was the one that brought the energy on the day to get us there though. It's this energy that I've got that allows others to feel inspired. It allows them to feel ready to rock. It's just, I just want to go out there and smash it, boys. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. I don't want to, I am doing it. Okay. So that's what I want to tell you about today, is just this endless energy. Okay. Endless energy. I never crashed. That whole night, I never crashed. I even drove my bassist back home 45 minutes out of the way because his car got smashed into. And we're going to talk about another topic today and I'll relate it back to that. But I basically did so much stuff on that one day in Saturday. I got home at about probably 1 a.m, just chilled out, went to bed, woke up the next day, straight back to the studio by about 12:30 p.m, stayed there till about 8. So I did another 8 hours in the studio yesterday. I didn't make any videos on Semen Retention on Saturday or Sunday because I was too busy. But I had the energy. I was stuck in that mindset. I was going for gold, And I think it's inspiring because after that show, I felt I'd manifested something really special, and those songs that we played at the show was all the songs that recorded that day. We played them all in the first set, and I realized everything that we presented to the public was written and finished when I was on SR. So these ideas and these frequencies and all these kind of literal frequencies, because we're talking about the rhythm of the music, the energy of people playing is manifesting through them whilst I was on that semen retention streak, okay? And I still am on that streak. But it was under my direction that said, this is what we're going to do, and we finished it on that day. And then when we played it live, I realized how well it translated live is because of that semen retention special energy, that magical, mystical, divine energy about semen retention that people just from the outside, until they learn to love you, they're going to just be like, I want to hate you, but I love you. I'm going to say that again. People on the outside, when they first see you vibing on this frequency, they're going to say, I want to hate you, but I actually love you. And the reason why is because you're vibing so high that they can't help but be drawn to you. Magnetically, you are pulling them in. And you have done nothing wrong to them. You've just been your authentic self. And they're feeling something's wrong with them because they see you, just an ordinary person, doing extraordinary things. And they're like, no, it must be because of that. Or no, he's probably done that, or they're trying to formulate these things in their brain to kind of like give them a reason as to why they should hate you. But the real reason is because they hate themselves when you're in their presence. And that's just, it's a sad reality, but they're going to have to get used to it, because this SR thing's going to continue to gain traction and popularity as, you know, more and more men wake up. So yeah, endless energy. That's a crazy thing, okay? Now the other thing I want to talk about, where do I begin with this? This weekend, to summarize this weekend, death and destruction. Not only just death of people physically in this physical realm, but also death of people spiritually. And I think, yeah, it shocked me. The things that were happening and people getting really sick this weekend as well. A lot of people were sick. A lot of things like stomach bugs going around. I wonder what's that about? What's the stomach related to? Willpower, ego, status. So when people put up this status of themselves that they're, you know, something to be admired, or check out me and look how attractive I look. Yeah, after I took 120 photos, this is the best one. You know, and it's like they do all that kind of showboating and parading about, and like it gets to a point where they're just like, just need to crack my neck. You're just an irritating stress, you know? Can you just like chill out? And what I found is that these people will get sick. Not only just the showboaters, but also the people that don't have that natural ego or willpower. They're being too submissive. So therefore it's like an inverted version of that. It's the polar opposite, but it's still a negative. Because if you go too much into your ego, it's a negative. If you strip back from your ego too much and you lose your willpower and you get dominated by other people all the time, then that's an issue as well. So I found that an ongoing kind of thing this week was digestive systems and stomach issues. And that was just within people in my circle of life. And this is the thing, is another person within my kind of proximity, their girlfriend died at the age of 30. It's crazy, guys. There's a lot of death and destruction going on. That night, my bassist's car was parked on the road and a car smashed into it and completely rode off the car. He's going to have to get a new car because of what happened. Some guy just randomly smashed into his car, which was parked safely on the side of the road. We were playing the gig. I had a candle. It fell off the amplifier and then it started to burn and spill wax all over the floor. The funny thing about that is that I actually released an EP with a candle on it and it had wax spilling onto the floor. And when we were playing that night, we were supporting the release of that EP. Things are manifesting in this frequency, in this timeline, in this dimension. I honestly feel like this is what life is on the fifth dimension. Now, when it comes to other things that happened, you know, breaking guitar strings, there was a frame in the venue, a picture frame of my band being advertised, and the picture frame broke. A lot of destruction and all that kind of stuff happening. I saw a bat multiple times that night. Bats signify birth and transformation, rebirth, transformation and change. And I've seen butterflies as well, and there's basically the similar kind of thing. So I'm feeling there's a whole, I've reincarnated into a new version of myself again. So that was the theme, was the death, goodbye, Stephen Retention version 1. Welcome, Stephen Retention version 2. Welcome to the real world, you know? And this is the interesting thing, is that it's not just you being reborn, but it's also the collective. And if they're still on your frequency, they get to come up with you. Even if you're a little bit higher, if there's like a bit of like a kind of threshold around you. And when you elevate up, the gravity of you will pull the people that are close to you, but they won't take the people that are under them. So it's going to pull them all up to you because they resonate with your frequency, they like your frequency, and they want to do the improvement as well. So you are going to, just from your own powerful aura and electromagnetic field, you're going to have the ability to pull collectives up into the higher realms. So this is why we practice semen retention. This is why YouTubers out there have amassed loyal fan bases and followers, and not even like followers or fan bases is the appropriate terms to use. I'd just say YouTubers are attracting a collective of like-minded people who actually have the ability to ascend into these higher realms because they are doing the work as well. It's not just people like myself who are doing the talking that are doing the work. It's the people that are actually watching the videos and implementing what they're saying, or getting that same kind of positive affirmation that they already believed, but someone else is saying it, and therefore they're like, yep, he's saying exactly what I was thinking, and now I've got to just take action. One last thing I want to talk about is diet and semen retention real quick. I know a lot of semen retention people talk about diet, and it's really interesting. I've continued to remain on an intermittent fasting kind of regime where I try not to have more than 2 meals a day, and those 2 meals are within like 5 to 6 hours of each other. So I found the bassist in my band, he was crashing very hard. And during the recording session, like, he needed to sit down. He's nowhere near as fit as me. I'd say you could categorize him as overweight, but he doesn't look like, when it's that kind of like overweight, but they're not like fat. You know the difference that I'm talking about? So there's like stuff like that, but like he was crashing in his energy, and I see like what he's eating, and he was eating custard yogurt, Kit Kat bar, chocolate. He had plenty of crackers and dip and stuff like that. I don't think I saw him eat one piece of fruit the whole day. I don't think he ate one piece of fruit the whole session. And yeah, like, it's just, you can't do this sort of stuff. When you're on semen retention, you have this amazing energy. As soon as you start eating those low vibrational foods, you realize how much of an impact it has on your semen retention energy. And you're like, I don't want to do that. That's bad, man. I don't like that at all. Yeah, something's off about that. I don't really like that energy. It's pulling me down. Those processed crackers that you ate with that healthy dip, you could have just had some carrots, or you could have had some real, like, actual crackers that are made, and it tastes better. You should have gone to the bakery and bought some real sourdough that was, baked fresh on that day. The other thing is that you got to think about when it comes to the food that you eat is, was it made with love? Was it made by just like, this guy that's like tired at 12 a.m. and he's just getting all the vegetables that have been left out in the fridge all day for 8 hours. They're just been, rotting away for 8 hours under fluorescent lights in a noisy kind of, pizza shop. And then he puts together the pizza with the dough that's already been like made 2 weeks ago and it's just frozen, chuck it out, put it on the pizza tray, delivered to your door soggy. It's like, you don't want to eat that. That's not made with love. Make your own food, guys. Make your own food. Even just simple things make you happy. I just had a piece of sourdough, carrots and Brussels sprouts with some lettuce on the side. Put some butter on that, carrot and Brussels sprouts, and some salt and pepper. Put some butter on the sourdough. Toasted the sourdough a little bit, and had a coffee and I had an almond croissant as well with that, and yeah, that was good. Like, yeah, I get a little bit of a treat, the almond croissant, but that was just because I had a big weekend, and I'm like, you know what? Well done to me. Well done to me for recording 11 songs in one day. Energetic, hard rock songs. Like, this was next level kind of stuff that I went to. And I owe it all to God and semen retention. Those are the only two things that I owe it to. And I can say confidently, I'm living on my highest vibration I can possibly live right now. I am not submitting to people's mind games. I'm not submitting to the lures and the traps and the parasites of the matrix. I am who I am. I am the I am. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure you let me know how you're doing in the comments. Let me know how long you are on your streak. If you've got any questions, let me know as well. Yeah, I'm going to be back on soon, you know, giving you some more videos and all that kind of stuff. But you guys have a great week and keep holding on to that seed. Peace out, brothers.